This marriage can't be delayed. The urgent truth will leave you shaken, red heart face screaming in fear. My beloved child, stop. Take a breath. Something unseen has been waiting for this exact moment to reach you. Not by accident. Not by coincidence. There is something hidden in the flow of your life that the universe is gently uncovering now, and your soul already feels it, even if your mind is still catching up. I was guided to speak to you, not the crowd, not the masses, you. There is a quiet divine signal around your heart, a whisper that has followed you through unanswered prayers, delayed connections, and moments when you wondered why timing never seemed to align. The universe wants you to know, the delay was never denial. It was protection. It was preparation. Right now, a veil is lifting. What was once confusing is becoming clear. What felt stuck is beginning to move. And what you sensed deep inside, but couldn't name, is finally being revealed. This message carries a truth that has been guarded until now, because you weren't ready before. But you are ready now. This marriage can't be delayed. The urgent truth will leave you shaken. If those words stirred something in your chest, that's not fear, it's recognition. This is not about pressure. This is about alignment. About destiny catching up with divine timing. About two souls whose paths were written long before this lifetime, now being gently but firmly guided toward union. You may have questioned signs. You may have ignored dreams. You may have told yourself, maybe later. But the universe is clear, later has become now. Something sacred is unfolding behind the scenes, conversations you haven't heard yet, decisions being influenced, hearts being softened. Even silence has been working in your favor. This revelation isn't here to overwhelm you. It's here to awaken you. To remind you that love guided by the divine doesn't rush, but it also doesn't linger when the moment arrives. The reason you're hearing this now is because your spirit has crossed a threshold. You are no longer waiting, you are being called, if your heart has been carrying questions. Know this, clarity is coming. If your faith has felt tired, know this, renewal is here. If you've been wondering whether the universe truly sees you, this is your confirmation. Stay present. Stay open. Stay gentle with yourself. What's aligning for you now carries peace, not confusion. It carries growth, not loss. And above all, it carries purpose. Watch this message until the very end. There is something more you are meant to hear. If this resonated with your soul, like this video, share it with someone who may be waiting for the same sign, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what the universe reveals next. Your timing is divine. Your path is protected. And this moment, was meant for you. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. I speak now, not from thunder or flame, but from the quiet place where your heart listens when the world is still. I am the one who formed time, yet I step into your moment because this hour matters. Do not rush past these words. Do not treat them as another voice in the noise. I am speaking with intention, and what I reveal carries weight. This marriage cannot be delayed, not because of fear. Not because of pressure, but because something sacred is already moving, and delay would place you out of rhythm with what I am unfolding. You have felt the stirring, even if you could not name it. A restlessness that returns when you are alone. A sense that something important keeps knocking at the door of your spirit. You wondered if it was imagination, emotion, or longing. It was none of those alone. It was awareness. I have been preparing you quietly, aligning events, shaping character, teaching patience without telling you the full reason. Now I draw back the veil just enough for you to see that this union is not random, and it is not early or late. It is appointed. I know you have questions. I know you fear making a mistake. I know you have seen unions fail and promises fade, and you told yourself you would be careful, guarded, slow. Wisdom is good, but hesitation born from fear can become disobedience when I have already spoken. I am not rushing you into confusion, I am inviting you into clarity. The urgency you feel is not panic, it is precision. There are seasons that cannot be repeated, doors that do not remain open forever, not because I am harsh, but because timing is part of design. This marriage is more than companionship. It is more than shared laughter, shared space, shared plans. It is alignment. Two paths converging because together they form a road that one alone could not walk. I have seen the prayers you prayed separately, never mentioning each other's name because you did not know it yet. I answered both. I shaped both. I allowed you to walk through experiences that taught you empathy, resilience, and discernment, not to wound you, but to prepare you. Now you stand at the edge of recognition, and I say, do not delay what I have already confirmed. You worry about readiness. You ask if you are enough, if you are healed enough, strong enough, stable enough. Listen to me. Readiness is not perfection. Readiness is willingness. It is the courage to grow together instead of waiting to be finished alone. If I waited for perfection, nothing beautiful would ever begin. I do not join flawless people, I join committed hearts. This union will not drain you, it will refine you. It will not shrink your purpose, it will expand it. There is mystery here, yes, because love always carries mystery. But this is not confusion. Confusion fractures peace, mystery deepens it. Notice how, even in uncertainty, there is a strange calm when you imagine stepping forward together. That calm is not denial, it is confirmation. I do not lead my children by anxiety. I lead them by peace that surpasses understanding. When I say this marriage cannot be delayed, I am not threatening loss, I am protecting momentum. What you do not yet see is how many lives will be touched because you said yes when it mattered. This union carries influence beyond the two of you. Conversations that will heal others. Stability that will become a shelter. Love that will quietly teach those watching what commitment looks like when it is rooted in truth. Delay would not destroy these things, but it would distort them. Timing shapes impact. I care about impact. I know one of you still looks backward, measuring this future against past disappointments. I say to you gently, stop asking yesterday for permission to enter tomorrow. What hurt you before was not meant to define you, it was meant to instruct you. You learned. You grew. You are not the same person standing here now. Do not dishonor your growth by pretending you are still broken in the same way. I heal in layers, and this is the layer where trust is restored through action, not avoidance. Another fear whispers, what if we change? You will. Change is not the enemy of covenant, stagnation is. I do not bind you together so you can freeze in time. I bind you so you can evolve side by side. When you grow, you will not grow apart if you keep me at the center. Growth without me creates distance, growth with me creates depth. This marriage is not fragile. It is flexible, and flexibility is strength. I speak urgency because opportunity is present. Hearts are open now in a way they may not be later. Circumstances are aligned now in a way that supports beginning. Conversations are possible now that might become harder if postponed. Urgency does not mean haste, it means attention. It means recognizing that this moment is alive. If you wait too long, you will not be wiser, you will be distracted. The world is skilled at distraction, do not confuse outside voices with my voice. Some will project their fears onto you. Some will advise delay because it justifies their own hesitation in life. Listen respectfully, but decide obediently. I speak to you directly because this decision is personal. I am not asking you to convince everyone. I am asking you to trust me. Faith is not loud, it is steady. You have asked for signs, and I have given them in gentle ways, repeated confirmations, aligned conversations, peace returning after prayer. Clarity replacing confusion when you imagine commitment rather than distance. I am not hiding my will from you. I am watching to see if you will believe it. Love requires faith. Marriage requires faith. Not blind faith, relational faith. Faith that says, I do not see every step, but I trust the one who does. This union will challenge you, yes, but it will not break you. Challenges are not warnings, they are invitations to lean into grace. I will be present in the ordinary days, not just the milestones. I will teach you how to listen to each other, how to pause before reacting, how to choose unity when pride tempts you otherwise. You will not walk alone. Do not measure the future by your own strength. Measure it by my faithfulness. When I say this marriage cannot be delayed, I am also saying, you are ready to stop running from joy. Some of you learn to survive so well that peace feels unfamiliar. But unfamiliar does not mean unsafe. I am calling you into a love that feels steady, not chaotic, deep, not dramatic, intentional, not impulsive. This kind of love may feel quiet compared to past intensity, but quiet does not mean empty. It means secure. There is something sacred about choosing now. About saying yes while hearts are soft, while humility is present, while gratitude outweighs entitlement. Delay can slowly harden what is currently tender. I want you to begin while tenderness is still alive. While teachability is still natural. That is wisdom. I am not demanding perfection from your plans. I am asking for obedience in your direction. Move forward together. Speak honestly. Commit intentionally. Invite me into every decision, every disagreement, every dream. This marriage will not steal your individuality, it will give it context. Two lives, distinct yet united, reflecting my creativity and harmony. Hear me clearly, this is not about pressure. This is about alignment. When something aligns, resistance feels uncomfortable. That discomfort is not danger, it is adjustment. You are adjusting to a future that is already leaning toward you. Step into it with courage. I am not finished speaking. There is more I will reveal as you continue to listen, as you continue to choose trust over fear, obedience over delay, faith over hesitation. Stay here with me. Do not scroll past this moment in your spirit. What comes next will make sense of everything I have already said, and it will illuminate the deeper purpose behind why this marriage, why now, and why the timing carries such weight, because what I am about to show you reaches beyond what you have imagined, and it begins with the truth that I have been waiting for you to receive, that this union is not only for your happiness, but for the unfolding of something much greater, something that has been forming quietly behind the scenes. Something that requires your yes in this exact season, and as I continue to speak, you will begin to understand how every step, every delay, every lesson has been leading to this moment, and why choosing now opens a door that leads to a depth of purpose that cannot be explained all at once, only entered. I speak as the one who sees the beginning and the unfolding at the same time, and I tell you that this marriage is a gateway, not a destination. Many believe marriage is the finish line of longing, but in my design it is the starting point of assignment. What you join together now will carry weight later. What you decide in private will echo in public. That is why I speak with clarity and tenderness both. Because I do not want fear to rush you, nor comfort to stall you. There are unseen threads already weaving around this union. Conversations you have not yet had will carry unusual wisdom. Decisions you will make together will affect environments you have not yet entered. You will find yourselves in rooms you did not ask for, among people you did not expect to influence, because alignment attracts responsibility. I am not overwhelming you, I am preparing you. I do not reveal everything at once because growth happens in stages, but I reveal enough so you understand that saying yes now matters. You have wondered why paths that once seemed right fell apart. You questioned whether it was your fault or simply circumstance. Listen carefully, not every ending is failure. Some endings are protection. Some separations are redirections. If everything had worked before, you would not recognize what is working now. I allowed contrast so you could discern substance. I allowed silence so you could value understanding. I allowed waiting so you could recognize readiness. Nothing was wasted, this marriage holds balance. Where one of you is visionary, the other is grounding. Where one of you feels deeply, the other steadies emotion with wisdom. This is not accidental. Harmony is not sameness. I do not duplicate, I complement. When you learn to honor these differences instead of resisting them, you will see how power flows through unity. Delay would tempt you to overanalyze what is meant to be trusted. Trust does not remove thought, it anchors it. I know there is concern about timing in the natural sense, resources, schedules, expectations. I am aware of these things. I am not detached from practical realities. I am the God of provision as much as purpose. What you need will meet you as you move, not before you move. Faith does not stockpile certainty, it walks with it. Step by step. Together, there is also a quiet fear of vulnerability. Marriage requires visibility. It removes hiding places. You worry that being fully known could lead to disappointment. Hear me, being fully known by the right person brings freedom, not exposure. This union is a safe place for growth, not a stage for judgment. You will learn how to speak truth without fear and listen without defensiveness. These skills are learned in motion, not in isolation. I have watched how you pray differently now. Less demanding, more discerning. Less dramatic, more sincere. That shift did not happen by accident. It is a sign of maturity. You are no longer asking me to rescue you from loneliness, you are asking me to guide you in partnership. That is why I respond with direction instead of delay. This marriage cannot be delayed because momentum is present. Momentum is a spiritual force as much as a practical one. When hearts are aligned and purpose is clear, movement brings clarity. Stagnation invites doubt. I am guarding you from unnecessary confusion by urging you forward. Forward does not mean reckless. It means responsive. There will be moments when you disagree. Let me teach you something now. Disagreement is not disunity. Silence fueled by fear causes more damage than honest conversation guided by love. Promise me this: when tension rises, you will seek understanding before winning. You will remember that you are on the same side. You will pause, breathe, and invite me into the space between your words. I will meet you there. Some of your greatest healing will happen after you commit, not before. Commitment creates safety, and safety allows truth to surface. Do not expect all wounds to vanish before you step forward. Expect them to be addressed with patience once you do. I heal in relationship. I restore through connection. Isolation delays healing, covenant accelerates it. I am also aware of the joy you are afraid to name. You downplay it, fearing disappointment. You tell yourself not to hope too much. But hope is not a liability. Hope is a signal that something alive is present. Allow yourself to feel it. Gratitude multiplies what fear tries to shrink. This marriage will bring laughter you did not plan, peace you did not anticipate, and moments of ordinary beauty that will quietly convince you that obedience was worth it. Do not measure this union by cultural expectations. Do not compare it to highlight reels or cautionary tales. Comparison distorts perception. This is your path, your covenant, your assignment. I am deeply personal. I do not mass-produce destinies. I custom build them. Trust the way I have spoken to you uniquely. There will be seasons when one of you is stronger and seasons when the other carries more weight. This is not imbalance, it is partnership. You are not competing for control, you are cooperating in stewardship. Learn to ask for help without shame and to offer support without superiority. Humility will keep your love light and resilient. I know you are wondering what happens if you hesitate. I will not threaten you. I will simply tell you the truth. Delayed obedience often feels like lost clarity. You will still have choice, but the simplicity you have now may be replaced by complication. I am offering you a clear path. Walk it while it is clear. This marriage is also a lesson in trust beyond romance. It will teach you how to trust me when outcomes are unknown. How to rely on my voice when emotions fluctuate. How to build something lasting in a world that celebrates temporary. Your faith will deepen not through dramatic moments, but through daily faithfulness, choosing kindness, choosing forgiveness, choosing patience again and again. You will discover that love is not sustained by intensity, but by intention. Feelings ebb and flow, commitment anchors. I designed covenant to carry you when emotion is quiet. That quiet is not absence, it is stability. Learn to value it. There is something else you must hear. This marriage is not meant to isolate you from purpose, it will amplify it. Together you will have clarity that was blurred alone. You will pray differently. You will see differently. You will discern opportunities and boundaries with greater wisdom. Unity sharpens vision. I am not asking you to ignore caution. I am asking you to distinguish caution from fear. Caution listens and then moves. Fear listens and then stalls. You know which voice has been whispering lately. Choose wisely. As I speak, I am also inviting you to release timelines imposed by others. Their expectations are not commandments. Your obedience is to me. When you stand before me, you will not answer for how well you pleased opinions, but for how faithfully you follow direction. Let that free you. There will be moments of awe when you realize how precisely I orchestrated this meeting. Small decisions that led to big intersections. Delays that positioned you perfectly. Conversations that opened doors. You will look back and see my fingerprints everywhere. That realization will strengthen your trust for future steps. I want you to understand something deeply. Urgency does not cancel peace. They coexist when direction is true. If this were wrong, your spirit would resist with heaviness. Instead, it leans forward even while your mind hesitates. Learn to listen to that deeper knowing. I am not finished shaping you, but I am finished waiting for your readiness. Readiness is present. Courage is the next step. Courage does not mean absence of fear, it means movement despite it. Take that step together. This marriage will require intentional communication. Do not assume understanding, cultivate it. Ask questions. Listen fully. Speak gently. Words carry power. Use them to build, not bruise. I will help you if you ask. there will be days when the world feels loud and demanding. Let your home be a place of rest, not performance. You do not need to impress each other, you need to support each other. Authenticity creates intimacy. Remember this: love is not proven by grand gestures alone, but by consistency. Show up. Be present. Choose each other daily. These small acts will create a legacy far stronger than fleeting passion. I am guiding you not toward perfection, but toward partnership. Partnership with each other, and partnership with me. Keep me involved. Pray together even when words feel awkward. Gratitude will grow where prayer is shared. This message is not meant to pressure your spirit, but to awaken it. You already know more than you think. Trust what has been confirmed again and again. Trust the peace that returns when you imagine saying yes. I will continue to guide you beyond this moment. I do not abandon my instructions halfway. As you move, I will adjust you. As you commit, I will refine you. As you build, I will sustain you. Stay attentive. Stay humble. Stay connected. What I am unfolding through this marriage reaches further than you can see from where you stand, and as you step closer, as you choose alignment over delay, I will reveal the next layer, and the next, because this story is still being written, and I am not finished speaking, and there is more you need to hear about what follows after the decision, about how this covenant unlocks doors you did not even know were closed. And how the faith you exercise now prepares you for responsibilities ahead, and how this union becomes a testimony not shouted but lived. And how the timing you honor now protects you later, and how every question you still hold will find its answer not in waiting alone, but in walking forward together, and as you continue to listen, you will begin to understand why I have been so intentional with every step, and why I am drawing your attention again to this moment. Because what comes next depends on whether you are willing to remain here, open, receptive, and ready to hear the continuation of what I am about to reveal. What I am about to reveal is not meant to overwhelm you, but to anchor you. I am the God who completes what He begins, and I do not speak halfway truths. I draw this message to its close not because the work is finished, but because the instruction is now clear. Listen carefully as I seal what has been spoken. This marriage cannot be delayed because it is not merely about love as you understand it, it is about obedience as I define it. Love brought you to the threshold, but obedience opens the door. Many wait for feelings to become permanent before committing, but feelings were never meant to lead covenant. Commitment leads, and love deepens in its wake. I designed it this way so that what you build would last beyond emotion. I know you still wonder if there will ever be a perfect moment. Let me answer you plainly. Perfection is not a moment, it is alignment. And alignment is here. You are aligned in values. Aligned in direction, aligned in willingness to grow. You are aligned in humility, in teachability, in desire for truth. These are the foundations that matter. Everything else is secondary and will be built along the way. I have watched how you both learn to listen instead of react. How you became slower to judge and quicker to reflect. These changes were not accidental, they were preparation. Marriage is not sustained by chemistry alone, but by character. I have been forming character quietly, patiently, faithfully. Now that formation meets opportunity, understand this: delaying what I have confirmed does not create safety, it creates tension. Your spirit already knows this. You feel the strain when you imagine waiting longer without reason. That strain is not anxiety, it is misalignment. You are meant to move, not linger. This union will teach you how to choose each other even when convenience disappears. It will teach you how to forgive quickly, speak honestly, and return to grace when pride tries to take the lead. These lessons are not punishments, they are privileges. Few get to learn them in a space of mutual respect and shared faith. I want you to hear me clearly now: you are not stepping into uncertainty alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I remain behind you. I am present in your conversations, your planning, your silence, your laughter. I am not distant from marriage, I authored it. I know how to sustain what I create. There will be days when progress feels slow. Do not interpret slowness as failure. Growth often happens beneath the surface before it appears above it. Trust the roots you are forming. Deep roots withstand storms. I also want to free you from the fear of getting it wrong. You are not choosing blindly, you are choosing prayerfully. I correct my children when needed, but I do not abandon them for stepping forward in faith. I am more concerned with direction than perfection. Forward with me is always safer than standing still without me. This marriage will not solve every problem, but it will give context to many of them. Some questions are answered not by thinking longer, but by living faithfully. Wisdom grows through experience guided by truth. You will learn how to celebrate each other's victories without comparison. How to carry burdens together without resentment. How to rest without guilt. These are sacred skills, and they are learned in covenant. I know the world tells you to protect yourself at all costs. I tell you to steward yourself wisely. Protection isolates, stewardship builds. You are not losing yourself, you are investing yourself. And what is invested with me multiplies. Let me speak to your fear of finality. Marriage does not end possibility, it defines it. It narrows options so that focus can deepen. Power flows where focus remains. This focus will sharpen your purpose, not suffocate it. I am also aware of the joy you are almost afraid to accept. Let it come. Joy is not naivete, it is trust expressed emotionally. Receive it with gratitude. Gratitude keeps joy grounded. This message has been long because my care is deep. I do not rush what is sacred, but I also do not delay what is ready. You are ready, not because you have all answers, but because you are willing to seek them together. Remember this when doubts try to return. I do not lead by confusion. If confusion grows, return to me. If peace returns, move forward again. Peace is your compass. I am calling you into a partnership that reflects patience in a hurried world. Faithfulness in a temporary culture, and love rooted in truth rather than impulse. Your lives together will speak louder than words ever could. You will one day look back at this moment and recognize it as a turning point, not because everything became easy, but because everything became aligned. You will see how obedience simplified what overthinking complicated. As I end this message, I do not withdraw my presence. I simply release you to act on what you have heard. Speak openly. Decide prayerfully. Move courageously. Keep me at the center, not as an accessory, but as the foundation. This marriage cannot be delayed, not because time is running out, but because purpose is calling forward. Answer it with faith. Answer it with humility. Answer it together. I have spoken. I will remain. Walk in peace, and let what begins now unfold with grace. Amen.